Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged Bookish Thoughts with Liz and Carrie.
Hello.
Today, we're doing our buddy read
Yay.
of Leave Me Behind by KM.
How do we pronounce it?
KM.
Moronova.
Moronova. We're doing our buddy read of Leave Me Behind by KM Moronova.
Excuse, the mascot has come to join.
He's back.
Oh, dear, he is. Oh,
and bigger than ever.
Yeah, for real. Hold on, let me help you here, bud. Let me help you. Hold 2 seconds. Hold on. The puppy needs help. There we go. Okay, he's better now. Now he's good.
We've settled it.
We've settled into my lap.
We have had Leave Me Behind on our list for a little bit, a hot second. I'm really proud of us for we were like, we're gonna read this.
Yes.
And we did. So fucking good.
Oh, so good. Let's pause and just give a huge shout out to KM because she is now trad published. Her books got picked up by Bloom Books. So congratulations, KM. We're so happy for you. They're amazing. I love Bloom Books. They're one of my favorites. I mean, obviously, I have Scarlett St. Clair behind me. I read all of her books. I pre-order all of her books. She has a book coming out this week. Yay! I'm so excited. Well, the week that we're recording this, so this 8th, something like that, somewhere next week, maybe somewhere in July. She has her new Terror at the Gates book coming out. I love her. I love Bloom Books. They're a fantastic company. Congratulations to KM for getting picked up.
It's very exciting.
It is. Also, that her art, they kept it. The cover art for Leave Me Behind is her art, and they kept that, and that is that has to feel so good that they're like, yeah, we're keeping that. It's so good. And I love it.
It's so good. So good. The art in the cover is so good.
Love it.
Take a shot every time we just said so good.
Yes.
The tropes for this one, we've got dark romance, military-esque vibes.
Yes.
Enemies to lovers, and then it's a bully romance too, right? There's bully.
It's very much a bully romance. Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm not usually ever a fan of, but I liked it in this one. It was done very well.
The way that this one was done, I was like, I'm not saying that bullying makes sense, but do you get what I mean? The way in which the atmosphere was, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yes.
You know?
The military, it kind of makes sense. She's getting hazed because she's a woman and all the stuff going on in it, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not us saying we agree with that.
No,
That's just us saying the situation
of why they were bullying her makes a lot of sense. Yes. Yep.
Yes. This is a standalone, right?
I think technically it is. It is book 1 in a new series that KM's got. So I don't believe the second book is with the same characters, but I think it's gonna have the similar vibes to them.
Yeah. Dual POV, mostly in the female main character's POV, but we do get some of his as well.
Yes.
Spicy.
Very spicy. Very spicy.
Very good spicy.
Yes. Definitely has a lot of triggers. Hold on, I can actually read the triggers because I think they're in this one. If they are.
I have them in the ebook too.
Excuse me, sir. So. I'm sorry that I have a book that I am now offending you with. Let's see. I have them up too, physical violence, explicit sex scenes, pain, kink, blood play, morbid humor, which I am a big fan of. I may have things wrong with me as well. Explicit gore, death, explicit language, extreme bullying, harassment, sexual assault, non-con, dub-con, sexist behavior. Yes, there's a lot of that. War, trauma, aspects of war, PTSD, mention of rape and home invasion, as well as murder.
Yes.
So, I mean, would it be a military story without murder, though? I don't think so. So, yes.
Yeah. I read the content warnings and I got a little worried.
Yes. Yep. We definitely did.
To be honest,
they weren't that bad.
So good.
Yeah. They were
so good.
I like how detailed the trigger wordings were because they did give me an understanding of where they could go, but I think the story was done in a way that the triggers were not too triggering. I think they made sense. Yeah, they weren't in there for shock value. The things that happened,
correct,
the dub con and stuff like that, that was all still done really well. So none of it was over the top for just shock value kind of thing. It made sense in the story and it was tied in really, really well to it. So I enjoyed it. As far as movies or like vibes, okay, so this is something that I always like find relatable things in books, and they usually don't make any sense, but I think for this one, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that was like the entire vibe. And if you liked the Mindfucked series, this also, I think you would like it. This is much darker, much spicier than the Mindfuck series, but the vibes are still very, very similar.
Yeah.
You'll have to read it.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, though, you voice memoed me and Ariel, and you were like,
this is where I'm getting the vibes from.
And I was like, absolutely yes.
Down. Yes, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our favorite quotes. Do you want to say what your favorite quote was?
So if you don't notice, we're trying a different format with our reviews. So if you like this format, let us know. Because we want to have it where we're going to hit a point where it's going to be like this is all non-spoiler. And then we're going to hit a point that it becomes a spoiler and we'll let you know. But we wanted to do a little bit different so that we could tell you a little bit more about things. And even if you didn't read it and you want to know if you would like it, you can get a non-spoiler edition of it. So my favorite quote is, "Great. Our psychopath meets his match and now our lives are in their twisted hands."
I almost said that one.
I love that one. It's so funny because they're just like
that one.
Fantastic. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah. Mine, I feel like this one was like super fitting I'm like, this sums up the book, I think, a little bit. Hatred and desire aren't so different. Both are an obsessive, all-consuming emotion. It's a thin line to walk on.
It's, that describes the story so well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So my initial reactions, sir, to this book were just chapter 1, drama. Like, it starts out and you're just like, what is going on? And then like the drama hits, you're like, what?
There was a lot of what happening for me. I was like, holy shit. Well, I would like be laying down and then I'd like sit up and then I would like lay back down and
and
it was
you're just like, oh my god. I felt like, and if you watch not Family Guy, but American Dad, you'll understand, like Roger, he has like this, there's like a couple episodes where he just like all of a sudden takes this like sheet metal and is like shaking it like thunder and like flashing the lights and going, drama.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. This entire like first couple chapters. I was like, what is happening? When they're like, I was like, oh, how are they going to get themselves out of this? What's going to happen? So, yeah, that now, is great.
On this one, I think we both have different answers to this. The writing style, did it allow you to like picture the book in your brain?
Yes. Not entirely for me.
I say yes.
Mine was like hit and miss. Some scenes I was like, I can't picture what's going on here. And then I can still picture the beginning, right? Like how it starts out. I can picture the first like little bit fully. But then it started like the action scenes a little bit later. I was like, I don't even know, like, where are people at in this? I don't know.
Sure. No, some of the stuff like they were doing, like physically with their bodies, a part of me was like, he is zonked.
Yeah. He's sleeping.
A part of me couldn't always pick that up, but in terms of like the world
okay,
stuff,
buddy.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of the movement was like a little confusing.
Sure.
And so I was like, I don't know what's happening here. But thoughts on like the characters, world building, tension, pacing. Is there anything like, I thought the pacing was really good. I don't feel like there was like any downtime. Like it felt like it just kept going. Like it flowed really well.
Yeah. I personally have no notes.
Yeah.
There was one situation in the book in terms of like two characters doing something that I was like, why did this happen?
Yes.
But I don't know if I need to save that.
Let's do that in the spoiler. Let's do that in the spoiler section. Because I too would like to discuss that.
That's the one part that I was like, you lost me. But
what's happening? I like the tension and the chemistry. I really loved the FMC. I really like a strong FMC. I like that she she kind of proved them all wrong, right? Like they were all oh woman, you can't be here. And she's like, man, let me show you. And then like proved every single one like that she lived up to the name that she had, right? Like they all knew her or like knew of her, but they were like instantly like, oh, you're a woman, no. And she's like, watch it. So
I would also say the pacing was fantastic in all of it. And I might be alone on this one, and again, it's nothing negative. The like last chapter or like towards the end felt a little rushed.
Yeah. The last chapter
that's
specifically felt very rushed.
But that's
so that was, but that happens so often. It's like such a common thing with books anymore. Is like the last chapter is like, go, get it out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you think that the romance was believable? The chemistry between the characters?
Yes.
Yeah, I did
yes.
too.
I really did. I feel like I feel like the hot and cold helped because the situation doesn't just allow you to be fucking all the time.
No.
You know what I mean? So I liked it.
I did.
I was into it.
I liked it. I think that his reasoning, I understood it. Did it annoy me a little bit? Yes. But
yes.
I understood where he was coming from because he's like, I kind of like you and I don't want you to get hurt kind of thing. And I think most books, that's like the protective MMC, like everyone loves. He's like trying to keep her safe. Does he do it in a very like sadistic way? Yes. But again, this is a bully romance. So he's going to be a little bit sick and twisted. Okay.
Yeah. And the way that they're living and like what they're doing, like nothing about it is normal. You know what I mean? So like, they don't really know how to work through their emotions.
They don't know how to be normal. Would you read other books by this author?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. However,
yes.
I'm going to put an asterisk on this because I have heard some things about the fabric of our souls. I have heard that it is devastating. And I don't know if I want to be broken that much.
Oh, I do.
I already am. You're like,
let's do it.
But I have heard it is quite the like heart-wrenching, like devastating story. And every single time I see like a review on it, the person is crying. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to read that one. Am I in the mental space for it? Maybe. Maybe I'll try it out this month. Maybe we'll give it a shot. I think I already have the audiobook, so we might as well. But yeah, I definitely, and I'm interested to see, like, I know we said earlier, like, this is part of a series. I think it's like 4 books eventually or something. Like, I was looking at her page one of the days and like what Bloom picked up, and they picked up the whole series. And so it will all be trad published. And I'm like, I'll read the rest of it. Like, I'm interested to see where she goes with it. I really think it could be like a really fun story. And so I definitely will be picking the rest of them up.
Same. I for sure.
So this is going to be the end of the non-spoiler from here on.
This is where you stop if you have not read this book and if you want to read it without spoilers. So this is your warning.
Yes.
Shut it off.
Shut us off. It was great seeing you. Now leave.
Yes. And then come back after you read it.
So, go read it. Come back. And then you can come and see if you felt the same way.
Couple highlights and notes. I don't have a lot, but if you've got some as well, we can go through a couple of those.
I don't know if I do. Let me look.
Let me see what I have too.
I might.
I actually don't have a single fucking note. So I'm just kidding.
Okay. I do actually have quite a few. What, sir?
No, I don't have any.
Sleeping on me. Okay,
I thought I did.
Then I will go over my Kindle notes. So at the very beginning, this is chapter 2. It says, Bradshaw's eyes find mine as he slowly removes his pants. I lower my hands to my waistband, but he stops. I like to do it. He confesses with a dark grin. I go, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I like that one. And this is like, they meet on the plane. And I thought that was hilarious because she like sees his twin brother and is like, well, hello there. And then she's like,
she thinks she's gonna go fuck her twin brother, but it's really Bradshaw, the dark and mysterious.
And then I feel like this would have been one you highlighted, though. It's the next page. It says, you see how wet you are for a stranger? What a good girl.
I did. That's that one, and the one that was my favorite is what
yes.
But none of my notes came over. I know I took notes.
Are you gonna scream for me too? I'd like it if you did. Sir.
Yeah, guys. Just so everybody's aware, this is a very like sexy, spicy book.
Very spicy, and it's a dark romance. Like it's a dark military romance. They are both very toxic. She is into this kind of thing. This is not like something that she doesn't want.
It's like a give and take situation. They both are
very dark and twisted. And like right after it, I have what God. This is why I highlighted it, because I'm collecting books that have God scenes where like someone says, "Oh God." Example, my book, there's a scene that she says, "Oh God," and he's like, "There's no gods here. It's my name you'll be screaming." He says the same thing in this. He said, "What God? Tonight you scream and cry for me. No God will bear witness to what I make of you." We love a God scene.
Yeah.
That's one thing we liked. The next one, this made me laugh really hard. No one's kicked me out before, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I love that.
She's like, "All right, leave," and he's like, "No."
Yeah.
No one kicks me out. And it was the funniest thing because he was like authentically offended by it. He's like, "What?"
My highlights and notes, but I do have one scene I do want to talk about.
Yes.
So you go ahead, but then I'm gonna mention this scene.
Let me see. Oh, this is just my like thoughts as I'm going. Like, I was trying to figure out who was the bad guy, right? And I definitely thought it was the brother. I was like, it's the brother. It's the brother. But this one, the quote was, "Leave me behind. You can still live. Get as far away as you can. Escape the dark forces. Gallows, be free." And I said, definitely make me thinking that he was a third party triggering the attack and he's still alive. That was page 149.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't happen often, but before I got deep into this, I did know who was gonna be the bad guy.
Yeah, you're like, I am gonna make theories, which never happens.
I clocked in and I said, I'm just saying this because I'm being like pessimistic as fuck and I don't trust anybody.
No, I don't.
That's really the only reason why I clocked what happened. But
and then I have 2 quotes just to finish it off. It says, "Together our broken pieces can do anything." And I thought that was like so sweet of these like 2 like sick and twisted individuals and like the hellstorm that they had gotten themselves into at the end of the like toward the end, like the 50% on, they're like, broken pieces can do anything. And then it says, "You are where my sanity starts," and then they say, "You are where mine ends."
I just fucking start crying.
Yes, I was like, it's so cute.
I will say, such a quotable book. Like there were so many.
Yes,
so many.
Very, very quotable. So what was the scene that you want to talk about?
Let's talk about this. Okay. So there is a situation where she gets this like cute little dress. She gets to put this little dress on, and she's staying with the twin brother in this moment for safety reasons. Okay. Yes. So when we say twin brother, we're talking about someone else, but Bradshaw, yeah? Did I? Bradshaw is the male main character that she does end up getting with. Again, these are the spoilers, so if you're here, you're getting it.
Yes.
Tell me why the twin brother walks in from like showering and he sees Bradshaw and is it Nell?
Yes.
Nell and Bradshaw were like kind of,
getting hot and heavy.
But then the twin brother comes in, kind of, it stops everything. Bradshaw ends up leaving. She's in there. She's wearing a cute little dress. Please tell me why.
Hyped up because they were like on the verge of doing it and he didn't want to give in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Tell me why they end up like kind of like dry humping, if you will, kind of.
They have like mutual masturbation.
Yeah, but he's like, I think this was a situation where I couldn't quite picture what was happening. I think he was laying behind her with his peen like in between her legs.
See, I couldn't figure out if he was like laying beside her kind of thing or if he was just like straddling between her legs because he ends up finishing on her like crotch.
Yes. Like, I gotta put my hands down. But I just was like,
I don't know.
I was into it though. I was into it.
And then I was like, wait, why did that happen?
But afterwards it did take me out a little bit. I was like, what? You know?
I'm like, why?
Yeah. Like you are at this point though, we were far enough along that I was like, Bradshaw and Nell are in love with each other.
Yes.
They're just like not allowing them. So I was just kind of like, but they both were like, well, we're both hot and heavy. We might as well just like
might as well do it. I mean,
help
also,
each other out.
He looks just like his brother because they're almost identical twins, and so maybe she's just like, I'll just pretend it's Bradshaw kind of thing. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't I don't know. This was odd.
It was hot.
It was hot.
I just wasn't.
And that's how you know it was written good. Because at the time, we were both like, yeah, this is kind of hot. Like, what's going on? But then afterwards, we're like, why did this happen?
I almost wouldn't have questioned it if it would have happened at the beginning.
Yeah. Like if they all three of them would have went home together instead of just one. Yes.
Also would have read that book.
Would have read that book.
Would have read that.
No, you wouldn't have. Because there would have been a threesome and you'd been like, no.
No, but no, I love threesomes as long as she ends up only with one.
Yeah, that's true. And then it would have been only one brother. So
they can fuck they can all fuck each other all the time. But they better get together with my favorite person.
One person better end up with it.
No.
I will say that we did guess the plot twist, which is fine. I thought it was still done well. The ending though did frustrate me.
Let's talk about the ending.
That was
her performing in front of Bradshaw with the man Jenkins.
I think it was Jenkins.
I'm shocked that I knew that. Jenkins is alive. Shock. I did have a feeling it was him.
Yeah.
He ends up being alive and like whatever, he ends up being the bad guy. She ends up having to like perform with him in front of Bradshaw, and then they just like she ends up going with him, you know, because it's just not safe. The sheer amount of time between her leaving with Jenkins and Bradshaw coming to get her, I was a little shocked.
I was like, why? Why is it taking so long? Like, it was like 3 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was also giving Stockholm Syndrome a little bit because a part of her still did love Jenkins.
Yeah.
And she was still, like, living her life with him a little bit, you know? I don't think the ending was bad. It just was like...
No. I thought the ending was also funny, though, because, okay, I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that those two, like, jerked off on each other, and then the brother ends up, like, living with them, and I'm like, what weird shit did they get into?
But we have to talk about that part, too, because was there anything unexpected for you? The brother, like, gets his, like, legs blown off, right?
Yeah.
And I thought he was dead. I was crying.
I was like, no, not Aaron. Like, I kind of wanted to see, maybe that's what the rest of the series will be about. Maybe we'll Aaron find love. That'd be nice. I'll take that. I'd be okay with that. But the end was not what I was expecting. I will say, like, 50%, I felt like whiplash. Because it, like, starts with, like, the war start happening and they're, like, fighting. And it's, like, non-stop until... she, like, goes, like, hey, I have to protect the man that I love. I'm going to agree to go with Jenkins, whatever. And
something.
Then it, like, stopped. And I got so pissed. Because I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, you dumb bitch is all I wanted to say. I did say that several times in our chat. I was like, you dumb bitch. What are you doing? I understand why you're doing it, but you dumb bitch. Thankfully, they all come to rescue her, but... it was definitely, like, non-stop from, like, 50% to the end, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it was all, like, well action-packed, but I will say the ending just felt like you were like, holy, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you made the note, like, you had no idea who they were fighting.
Yes. I don't know who they were fighting. Like, Who are they fighting? Because, the whole thing unravels and it's like the people, it's all them fighting within themselves. And that's like the thing. And they were talking about like all the different, like, I don't know what the titles were, but I looked at them as like fractions. Like you've got like Alpha, Omega, whatever. And I kept like thinking, I'm like, okay, so if the riot team like ended up shooting and like having a shootout with the team that she's now on with Bradshaw, then they ended up all killing the riot team. That was a war against themselves. That was being handled by somebody within. And then they all like went to go like save another group. And then they all were like got blown up by their own people. And I'm like, okay, who is the actual bad guy? Like, why did this military start in the first place?
Honestly, once Jenkins came back to life, I was like, okay, anything else that I think I need to focus on? It's done. Like, I just am like, okay, Jenkins is back and he's bad.
Yeah.
You know, so, but I also understand that because I also was like, are we
fighting each other?
Have we done it? Yeah.
Like, I didn't get it.
Did we win?
Did we win? Like, who are we fighting here?
Question mark?
And then he's like ruling over like this like group of people, and I'm like, okay, but then that's still like, it's just a segment of their own people, right? Because he took people from within their own military and then like created his own like dynamic with them. And I'm like, okay, then who was the bad guys? Where's like, I'm thinking like World Wars, right? Like, okay, who is like the other side? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I kind of thought they're just assassins.
Yeah.
Just period. Like they just go and kill bad guys, whoever that might be. You know, like maybe it's not a war, but maybe it's just like you go and kill bad people.
But see, like
that's kind of how I thought.
My understanding was they were like, I don't even know what they're called. Like they're like the contract killers, like the contractors of the military force. Because there's like always a subunit within the military that
like a Black Ops team,
like Black Ops, but they're just
you don't talk about it.
Yes, they're like the contract people. They're the ones that go in to do dirty things. And so there's also like all the other, like I thought of like one of the teams is like the army, and then like another group was like the Marines kind of thing. But I'm like, who's like the big bad? You know? Like they all went into like, so the Riot and whatever, I can't remember the team that he's on that she ended up going to. But if those two were converging and they were supposed to be converging on the enemy, who was the original enemy that they were fighting? I don't know.
Enough.
I don't know. And that's like such a minor thing, but that was where my brain was. I was like, I don't even know who they're fighting. No clue. Yeah.
I will say, I was fine.
I love this.
I was like, you know what? My brain's not gonna try anymore. You know what I mean?
I give up.
Action was great.
Yeah.
Spice was really good. Everything that was involved in it, like, truly was, like, genuinely really good. I have no notes. I thought it was great. I would give this a 4.5 out of 5. The only reason why I'm not doing a full 5 stars is just because, like, I just felt like the ending, like I said, was a little fast.
Yeah, I loved it.
But
I shocked myself loving it. I was like, I messaged everyone. I was like, why am I liking this?
It was a book that I'm glad that I genuinely sat down and gave the time to, because when I first sat down to read it, I wasn't giving it enough time to like get into it, so I had to restart, and it was perfect. It was perfection.
You even said like when you're like, I'm gonna restart it because I know both of you. So it's Ariel and I both read it right about the same time, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to read this. And you started it and you're just like, I can't get into that. And then you stopped and you said, okay, I've got to read it. I've got to go back because I'm not taking in enough. And then as soon as you like restarted it and you were in the like the right mindset, because you definitely were not at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm devouring this. And you like ate it up in like a day. Like,
yeah. And thank God, because I think I got like 4 or 5 chapters in and I still wasn't like, but then when I restarted, chapter 1 immediately had me. And I knew.
Yes.
I knew I was in it.
Which is why it kind of shocked me when you first weren't enjoying it. I'm like, this is totally something that you would enjoy. Okay, sir. He's having a dream. My like 50, 60-pound puppy is laying across my lap having a dream.
Her little lap dog.
Her little lap dog. You know, these vicious pit bulls just, sleeping on my lap. Yes, I was shocked that you were getting into it. So I was glad that you like said, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Because I'm like, I feel like you would really like this because typically if Ariel likes it, you are more likely to like it than me, especially in the dark romance category. If it's other genres, I'm usually like right there with Ariel on it. But you and her have very, very similar dark romance taste, which is like why the three of us are like the weirdest group, because it's like we all have this like the circles, right? We overlap in like the weirdest places, and dark romance is where you two converge. And I'm always like, ooh, well, I like it, and you two are like, no, stay away
like
from
fanfic, anime, and dark romance. Yes, where Ariel and I are like
converged,
interconnecting.
Yes, and then I'm like over here, like, should I? And you're like, no, stay away from it. But when I get into it, I'm like, then like this is like the rare middle section where all three of us are like in on this. So you definitely need to read it, and I'm glad that you took the chance. Nope, you knew like I needed to restart this, and then we all are like, this is so good. Like, what in the hell is happening? Why is this so good? It was good. It was. I really enjoyed it. And Usually that's like a big thing. Military is not a big thing for me. So I was like,
yeah.
okay.
I'm not usually one for, but this like checked all the boxes that we didn't know needed checking.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
If you guys have read this, please let us know.
Yes.
And like Liz said, this is a completely new format. You might have seen us look off to the side because we're just trying to get used to this format.
Yes.
But let us know if you like that. Yeah. Leave Me Behind. Please read it if you haven't. Or if you have, sound off.
Yes, please.
Sound off.
Please let us know. But as always, remember to read what you want and don't be a dick.